Hi, is this first-time caller?
Yes, it's you.
Hi. Oh, my gosh, George, before I ask my question, I love you. I think you're great and wonderful and so wonderful.
That's okay.
Anyway.
But I'm not like these two. Go ahead.
My question is for one of my favorite little boy actors from the Twilight Zone. I loved your Twilight Zone episodes and thought they were great, and they stick in my mind. And my question for you is, when you were a little boy, especially the one where you played the little boy who kind of had a bad streak that made people disappear,
right.
Did anyone explain or try to kind of, being a little boy, how did your parents or the director explain this dark subject matter to you? Or did they?
Well, it was a great screenplay by Rod Serling based on a short story by Jerome Bixby, It's a Good Life. And the simplistic reality of the story was the character Anthony Fremont had the ability to make anything he wished come true. So once you've accepted the fact that you have this limitless mental power, I think the main thing that I worked on at the time was getting the look of when Anthony was using his power, kind of those big eyes and slightly flared nostrils. I worked on that with the director whose name was James Sheldon. And but as far as explaining the darkness of it, it was simply a matter of, a little kid, and if he didn't like something, he got rid of it. And if he liked something, he forced it to, entertain him.
You know what's funny, too? I was just thinking this when Bill was talking. When you're a young actor, at least we did, you kind of know you're pretending. I mean, this is a pretend world that you're in and what you're doing, and it's not your life. It's not when you go back with your family.
Right.
And no matter how young you are.
That's true. There wasn't, in the first Twilight Zone I did, Long Distance Call, the little boy tries to kill himself several different ways to join his dead grandmother. And there were some concerns from my mother, which I didn't really learn about until later in life. But she was kind of concerned that might put some ideas in my head. But it didn't.
And here he is today.
And here she's 95, and she's still thinking, things are wrong in my head.
It was brilliantly done. I mean, I'll always remember that scene where you turn that guy into that little clown thing.
Jack in the Box with his own face.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's a very powerful little show.
Yeah.
Glad to be a part of it.
Let's take another call, and we'll get your song in here, Bill.
Okay.
Let's go next to our wild card line. You're on the air with us on Coast to Coast. Hi there.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
George, permission to come aboard?
Yes, sir. You're on.
Thank you. And I've been a many years listener, and I'm floored. Bill and Angela, can I be so bold as to call you Will and Penny?
Sure.
Of course.
Immortals of my generation. Immortal. There we were all in one place, a generation lost in space. American Pie, Don McLean.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, you guys made that. I watched you on tinted television in like 1967.
Psychedelic era, Betty.
Yeah, and I just want. After I got out of high school, half of the girls I went to high school with named their first male child Zachary after Zachary Smith.
Oh, dear. Oh, the pain, the pain.
Did he do anything after Lost in Space?
Oh, he did many things after Lost in Space. He did literally hundreds of voiceover work, including It's a Bug Life and Toy Story. He starred in a television series called Space Academy. He did tons of theater work. And he provided the voice of the robot, actually, which is quite ironic, on the original Battlestar Galactica.
That is ironic. Okay, hey, great. Thanks for the call. Bill, get your guitar.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you play us a little song. And again, go to the coasttocoastam.com website, and you will be able to track Angela's website and Bill's. Bill is tuning up his guitar as we speak. or is he playing it now?
He's getting warmed up.
Well, you come in the studio and the air conditioning and stuff changes your tuning. How's that?
You got it.
Here's the cheery little number called I Drove By Your House Last
Bill
Night.
Mumy.
From the new Landlord or the Guest CD. I drove by your house last night, saw your lights were on. I drove by your house last night, shadows on the lawn. I wanted to be inside, to open up the door I could only drive away, I don't live there no more. Tossed and turned alone all night, thinking about you. I tossed and turned alone all night, like I usually do. I wanted to feel your love laying next to me, but you've become a phantom dream, and not reality. It's cold in here, it's cold in here. There's a burning fire, but it's cold in here. I looked at old photographs, seemed like yesterday. I looked at old photographs, took my breath away. You and me so long ago, the true smiles in our eyes. It's funny in an awful way how such a sweet love dies. It's cold in here, it's cold in here. There's a burning fire, but it's cold in here.
And we'll be back in a moment on Coast to Coast AM. With Bill and Angela, thank you so much, Angela.
Bye.
Well, I pushed and pushed and I pushed and pushed till I pushed you away. If I could go back in time, I would leave today.